Okay, this is another video showing a scientific notation and a standard notation. Um, Remember, a standard number is just a plain number. It's just like whole numbers, or with even whole numbers with decimals, or just even decimal numbers. And so, 35,000 is a standard number. 3.5 is a standard number. 0.1143 is a standard number. A scientific number, however, has to have at least one number. It has to have one number in front of the decimal. That number has to be between 1 and 9, not 0 or 10. And it has to be multiplied by 10 and with an exponent. So we're going to give some scientific numbers here, and we're going to convert them into standard. All right. So here is, I'm going to give a couple of scientific numbers. 3.401 times 10 to the third. Okay, so this is a standard number. If you notice, like I said before, there is one number in front of the decimal. That number is between 1 and 9. And then it is multiplied by a base of 10 with an exponent. All right, and so these are two of these are some of the criteria you have to have. All right, so this is a scientific number. We're going to convert this into a standard number. All right, this usually works out pretty good. Now remember, times 10 really means, and we're going to look at this at two ways so that way everybody can do it, because if you use a calculator, it's really easy. You just type this in and put it in the calculator. But times 10 really means 10 times 10 times 10. In our case, it's 1,000. All right, and we're really just going to multiply by 3.01. All right, so really, we're just going to multiply all these together. That's really what we're doing. All right, now, there is another way. You could actually move the place value, because remember, every tenth is a place value, all right? And so in this case, we really can move the place value over to the right, okay? Because these are all positive, that means we go to the right. So that means 1, 2, 3, because I have 3 as my exponent. And now my decimal, it goes 1, 2, 3, it goes to the end here. So my new number is 3401. And I don't have to put a decimal there. I can if I want to. In this situation, I think I am, just so you can see the decimal. And there it is. All right, so right there is our actual number for our scientific notation for this problem. All right, so I'm going to do another one. And so we'll do a couple more here so you can kind of see the difference in the plan. So let's do another one. We'll say set 7.4005. All right, times 10 to the 6th power. All right, so this means, remember, my 10 means I move it over, move the decimal, or multiply by 10 6 times. I could do that, or I could just move the decimal over. Since it's positive, I can go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this one's going to be a little bigger, and it's going to be 7, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means I got to add another 0, and then I'll put my decimal here. And so this would be my answer right here. All right, so let's look at one a little different. 3.001 times 10 to the negative 3. All right, now this one has a negative. All right, so remember, a negative, we go to the left, and so it's the same principle. We have whenever you have a power with a negative, it means you're really multiplying by 1/10. And so really we have 1/10, and we write this out 3 times. All right, and then we can multiply this to 3.001. Same thing as we did before. The other one was positive. Just whenever you have a negative exponent, it makes it kind of like the reciprocal. It makes it 1/10. All right, so really that'd be 1th over 1,000th, and then you multiply 3.001 with that, and you get your number. But we're going to do the little decimal movement game, and that's what most kids will do. And again, if you get to use a calculator, it's probably just as easy. Just put this in your graphing calculator and get the answer easier that way if you know how to put it in. So I'm going to just kind of move the decimal over to the left 3 places. All right, so we're going to move the decimal over. And because it's a negative, we're going three places. So remember, we're going to the left. We're going this way. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then there's where my decimal goes right there. So in my answer, I'm going to put a decimal. And then I got, looks like a couple of blank spots. We're going to put zeros in here. All right, so it'll be 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 1. And we'll put a little zero here in front. Remember, this looks like it's less than $1, so my exponent should be negative, and it is. This is my standard number right here. That's my standard number. All right? Let's do one more, just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. All right, let's try. I'm going to do another negative, so that way we can kind of see another negative. So here we go. So I'm going to say 1, 4, put a point there, 0 times 10 to the negative 2. All right, so again, we're looking for the exponent. The decimal. It's right there. I want to move it 2 places to the left because it is a negative. And so notice I jump over the 1. That's my first one. And then I'm jumping over a blank spot. So I have to put 1, 0 in here. So my answer should be 0.0140. All right. And I don't have to put that last 0 there. I can just put 0.014 if I choose to do it. Either one would be correct.